Did WWE actually just give us a couple of semi-decent things to talk about? Maybe. Did they? Surely not. Surely not. But they did. A couple of things last night I did like. Bronson Reed with this new faction looks right. Liv Morgan returned. Couple of good moments. Still a bad show. We're going to get to it though. But can someone, anyone in WWE, please, I am begging you, tell Pat McAfee to shut up sometimes. Just tell him you don't need to constantly talk over people trying to cut a serious promo. He does it all the time, every week. It's ridiculous. Pat McAfee has become so unbearable in this company. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. When he first came in, and even for a good while there, it was fresh, it was new, it brought an energy, fun to the commentary table. But now it's got to a point where it's just kind of taking away from a lot of moments here. It's just genuinely taken away from a lot of moments. You could think of so many, but I'm not going to go into all of them because that would take up this entire video. But there's been so many moments where there's something serious happening, and Pat McAfee feels the need to kind of butt in, make it funny. It's supposed to be a serious moment. Last night, Seth Rollins is out there with this new faction, right? Bronson Reed has just joined them. They want to be taken seriously. They want you to look at them and think, damn, they're badass. They're here to make a statement. They're heels, right? Seth Rollins was out there a lot more serious last night, which I was a big fan of. He was way more serious last night. I liked it. He's out there trying to cut a serious heel promo. You got Bronson Reed there, you got Bron Breakker there, you got Paul Heyman there, explaining why Bronson Reed joined them. They're trying to become solidified heels, be taken seriously. You look at them and think, damn, they're here to take over. And then you've got Pat McAfee on commentary making duck noises. That's not a lie. That genuinely happened. The crowd started booing Seth. The crowd were very 50-50 in this. Fickle, as Daniel Bryan once said. They were booing him but then singing his song. That's where you need to change his song, but we'll get to that. The crowd were booing him, chanting F you Rollins. And then Pat McAfee, he starts to mock it, kind of, they're chanting duck you. They're chanting duck you, that's what they're doing. And then starts making duck noises. In a segment that needs to be taken seriously. These are heels. They want you to take them seriously now. This is a serious moment. Making duck noises. Can you imagine? Stone Cold turns heel at WrestleMania, aligns with Vince, and JR on commentary starts making duck noises. Or maybe a cow noise. Maybe a pig noise. Imagine Triple H aligning with Stephanie and how angry JR was on commentary. He was absolutely fuming, wanting to kill Triple H. Now imagine if he kind of mocked it, just kind of trying to make it funny, making just animal noises. Wouldn't be a serious moment anymore, would it? Someone needs to tell him some of these moments need to be taken seriously. Stop talking over promos. No one wants to hear you during a promo. During a match, sure, go for it. Not during someone's promo, especially when it needs to be taken seriously. Shut up, stop, please. Him and Michael Cole just do not enjoy these shows. It's so clear that they don't enjoy the shows, so they're just trying to make each other laugh. They're just trying to entertain each other because the shows aren't entertaining them. Right, let's just try and entertain each other so we can get through this easier. Which is fine. Sometimes it's good to have a bit of energy, a bit of humour on commentary, but sometimes, stop. It's too much. We need to take some of these moments seriously. Anyway, but he's going to keep it. Nothing's going to happen to Pat McAfee. Corey Graves gets shoved to NXT. Forgotten about. Because he's not got a big name like Pat McAfee. Corey Graves is 1,000 times better than Pat McAfee. He just is. But he gets shoved to NXT because Pat McAfee is a celebrity. He's got his own show. All of that. Whatever, man. Whatever. Let's get into the review. I just wanted to say that because it's getting annoying. Very annoying. Anyway. Show starts as every show starts. No energy. No excitement. No edgy seat. Not a fun song to get you into it. It just starts with a rap song that has nothing, no wrestling feel to the song at all. You feel bored before the show's even started. It starts with that song panning around the city, showing famous buildings in that city. As every show starts, we get it. We know what city we're in. We're here to see a wrestling show. We want to see some fighting. We want to see some storylines. We don't want to see a few buildings, mate. We do not. We're not tuning into Monday Night Raw to see buildings in the city that they're in. We don't care. And then they cut to wrestlers coming into the arena. Who cares? How is that going to get you on the edge of your seat, excited to see this show? We're in the right place. Put the remote down. We're in for some excitement tonight. They're walking into the arena. Okay. AEW in the Anarchy in the Arena, when they started playing Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. That's the type of song, that's the type of feel you need for a wrestling show. Show starts with that, no excitement. Seth comes out with his faction. They did look good together, I won't lie. They did look pretty badass together. Bronson and Braun together wearing their suits and their glasses. It did look pretty cool. It did, I won't lie. It did look. Seth was a lot more serious as well. No shaking fans' hands, no dancing, none of that. He's a lot more serious, a lot more heelish. I like it. But they'll probably ruin it next week. They'll have him come into the ring dancing and hugging babies. Is probably what they'll do. So I don't trust it, but I'm happy with how it is for now. Keep it that way, please. But he's still encouraging the fans to sing his song. And the crowd were very 50-50 in this, as I say. They were booing him, but then singing his song. So Seth is like, you're fickle, what you doing? You're booing for me, then you're singing my song. But you're encouraging them to sing your song. When you're coming out, you're holding your arms out, letting them sing. At the end of the segment, you're letting them sing. Don't encourage. They need to change his song. They need to change the guy's song. He's a heel now. You can't have people singing his song to the ring. It doesn't work for a heel. Face, sure, fine. It gets annoying, but fine, whatever. But as a heel, you can't do it. You can't do it. You need to change it. Stop. It doesn't work. You're trying to boo the guy, but then he's encouraging you to sing his song. And then he's confused why you're singing his song. And then it's all over the place. It's weird. Change his song. There are heels. Decent promo. Paul Heyman cuts most of it, just talking about why, going through each member. They're the future. He says Seth Rollins is the future of the industry. Not sure about that. He's done more of his career than he's got left. Not sure about the future. He's the present and the past, not the future though. That's not the point of Seth Rollins anymore. The point of Seth Rollins is he's the leader of this. You don't need to say he's the future. Braun's the future and Bronson's the future. Not Seth. Seth's old. Well, not old, but he's late in his career. He's later into his career than he is starting it. But it was a decent promo. A lot more heelish. I like it. Keep that going. Change his song and we might be finally getting somewhere. But then we go into a triple threat qualifying match. Again, it was a good match. A couple of good moments. One scary moment. Chad Gable got dropped on his head. Pretty bad. It was rough. Just another move, another spot that didn't need to happen. Just to pop the crowd. Didn't need to happen. Dangerous move that you didn't need to do at all. It was a decent match, but what do you expect? It was a good wrestling match. You could go anywhere and get a good wrestling match. You could go to the local bingo hall and get a 5-star classic. That's great. We need a reason for it though. We need storylines. We need people we care about in these matches. It was a good match. Decent match. Don't really care. Don't really care. Penta wins. Qualifies for Money in the Bank. These qualifying matches are just the easiest possible way to book these shows. They don't require any effort. They don't require a story behind it. These shows feel like Triple H and the writers going to the writing room and just try and get everything done out the way as soon as possible. Right? It feels like they've got something to get to. Like, let's just get out this out the way. We've got to go and scam more people. We've got to try and make as much money as possible. Let's just get this out the way. Let's just book the show. Move on. That's what every show feels like. Even the PLEs feel like that. They feel like, let's just get this out the way. Move on to the next. Let's just get to the next big PLE so we can make as much money from people as possible. Qualified matches are the easiest way to book a show. You don't need to put any effort into it. Just pick 3 people. That's it. Done. Liv Morgan returns. It was a good moment. They're doing the Roxanne Perez, Dominic Mysterio kind of storyline. We've already done it with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. So we're just repeating it again with just Roxanne Perez this time. I don't mind it. I don't mind putting Roxanne in this position. She deserves something. I mean, I don't know if this is big, but it's something. This is better than just putting her in matches and having her lose every week like they were doing. So, no harm, no foul. I don't mind it. Liv Morgan's back. Then we get Rusev to Zawa, which goes exactly how you want, how you thought it was going to go. Don't care. Sheamus comes out, and can I just say, they have absolutely rebelled the living shit out of Sheamus. He comes out to the most generic song you could ever think of. I think he's had it for a couple of weeks now, a few weeks maybe. But Sheamus is over, right? Fans love him. Even when he's in the ring, they're chanting his name. But when his music hits, no one knows who it is. No one knows that's Sheamus. Music hits, I don't think, Sheamus is here. I think, who is this? It took me until I saw him come out, until I realised it was him. So many wrestlers right now have a song where it hits and you genuinely don't know who it is until they come out. Julia is the same. They've done it to Sheamus. There's so many people on that roster. Their music hits and it takes you a few seconds to even think who it is. You go through multiple names in your head. You don't realise who it is until you actually see them. What happened to just iconic themes? Everyone back in the day, no matter who it was, no matter where they were on the card, the music hits, you instantly know who it is. There's only a handful of songs on the roster where it hits and you know who it is instantly. There was no reason to change his song. It was fine. His song was fine. There's nothing wrong at all with his song. Why change it? Weird. We're getting a Sheamus versus Rusev thing. I don't mind it. It's not exciting. It doesn't make me need to see it. It doesn't make me need to see next week what they're going to do. But it is what it is. I don't mind it. It's fine. It's whatever. Rusev's come back and he already just feels like it's a Rusev segment. Whatever. Doesn't feel like you need to see it. Doesn't feel exciting. It's just a Rusev segment. It is what it is. We get I don't even know what this was. Just comedians backstage talking. Comedians. Think about how many people weren't on the show last night. Didn't have a segment. Didn't have a backstage promo. Didn't have something. We give a segment to comedians. Not mega famous comedians either. Just a couple of comedians. Crowd didn't care. Crowd couldn't care less. They're there to see a wrestling show. Why are we getting comedians on the show? Genuinely, why? No one's going to look the next day and say, oh my god, comedians were on the show. I need to watch the show. Comedians were on there. No one. It's not going to get extra viewers. It doesn't make people in the arena or people at home care about the show more. So why do it? Getting B-list, C-list celebrities on your shows just to try and flex. Oh look, we've got celebrities. No one cares. Stop. Oh, we got Tom Segura on the show. Look how big we are. Who cares? We got a random tag match. I can't even remember who it was. Literally, I write notes for these reviews, right? I literally just put a random tag team match. Because I couldn't care less. What was it? It was a triple threat tag match. Creeds, New Day, War Raiders, I think it was, right? Moving on. Genuinely, I can't even be bothered. Moving on. We get Jey USO. We have to sit through his entrance for about 10 minutes. The crowd chant, one more time, one more. It's fine for people in the arena. It's one of the only things they have to cheer for all night. They don't get anything else. Let them have fun. For us at home, it's... What are we doing? You got Michael Cole trying to analyse his fucking yeeting. Because that's... And another thing, they like to make innuendos with this yeeting thing. I'm yeeting all over the front row. They try to make it like sexual innuendos, right? Then they're having kids do it. So you're making sexual innuendos about something that you're then showing kids doing. Very odd, very weird. It just feels off. It feels strange. Michael Cole, I don't even know what Michael Cole and Pat McAfee are doing in Jey USO entrances. It's weird, it's cringe. Stop, for God's sake. Jey USO, I like Jey USO. These entrances and this gimmick, it's unbearable. A lot of the time it's unbearable. Gunther comes out, cuts a promo. That's it. What they've done to Gunther lately has been awful. Even before WrestleMania, but especially since WrestleMania. Taps out okay, let's go through it. Gunther's booking since WrestleMania. Taps out to Jey USO in 8 seconds. Okay, probably the worst possible thing you could have done to him, other than having him lose the match in total in 8 seconds. That was awful. Then you go have him. He thinks, oh, I need to show everyone I'm a beast. I'm this. I'm that. You need to take me seriously again. They need to rectify him, make up for what they did to him at Mania. So what does he do? Attack a commentator, because that'll show everyone. I attacked a commentator. Take me serious. Then he has a competitive match with Pat McAfee. Doesn't destroy him. Doesn't squash him. It's a competitive match. Shows him respect after the match. A commentator, a face. What are we doing? Then he's just set up it into something again with Jey USO. I don't think Gunther's not going to beat Jey USO, so he's going to lose to Jey USO again. So why even create the match? Why do the match? Why? Why do the match when you know Gunther's going to lose again? What are we doing? Gunther's going to lose again. Great booking. Last night, he comes out, cuts a generic promo that he's been cutting on Jey USO for months. Bet he doesn't respect him and all of this. He hasn't been a good champion. Okay. Don't care. Don't care. Put Gunther into something fresh, something new. Put him in the main event scene. Jey USO does not count as the main event scene. I don't care. Just because he's got the title on him. I don't care. He's not the main event scene. Have him go out there and be a dominant, evil heel. Not just cut a generic promo with Jey USO. What are we doing? We're still doing this. Move on from this. Gunther should have moved on ages ago from Jey USO into something new, where he looks dominant. He's going to lose to Jey USO again. Well done. Congratulations on booking Gunther as a mid-carder. Somehow you've managed it. We get some random Judgment Day bollocks I don't care about. Like, it is what it is at the end of the day. Liv Morgan makes this somewhat enjoyable. But I don't even know. I don't even want to go over it. I don't care. Couldn't care less. We get a Karrion Kross backstage segment. Because why put him on the show? Why put him on the show when people want to see him? People in the arena, people at home, they want to see this guy involved in something. Let's just have him backstage cut the same kind of promo he's been cutting for months. Whatever. Give him something, please. Give him something he deserves. You ain't got to punish him because he got over on his own. Let's give screen time to comedians instead. Okay. Then you've got the other qualifying match. Seth wins. It's a good match. You've got Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. Of course, they're going to have a good match, but it takes more than just having a good match to make people care and want to see next week. You have, again, it's another match to end a show that ends in people just coming out and interrupting. Every main event lately, watch. Every main event ends in some kind of schmoz, distractions, all of it. So you have Bronson and Braun come out, you have Jey USO come out, you have CM Punk come out. Jey USO's beating all of them up. You're supposed to be building this dominant faction, right? You got Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, dominant, right? Jey USO just beats them all up like it's nothing. Wow. Now we can really take this faction seriously. They all got beat up by Jey USO. Jey USO gets booked as superhero again, which isn't realistic at all. He's not Brock Lesnar. He's not Roman Reigns. He's not even Cody Rhodes. He's Jey USO. Stop booking him like he's prime John Cena, Hulk Hogan. Stop. CM Punk comes out in this match. Again, you have CM Punk there, available on your show. And you have him just come out at the end again. Which happened last week on Raw. You just have him come out at the end. You have him there, available, ready for you to use. And you just have him come out at the end again. Why are you treating CM Punk like this? He just comes out at the end of the show for a bit. That's it. Still involved with Seth Rollins. Move on. Have CM Punk involved in something fresh, a storyline, main events. Not just having him come out for 30 seconds at the end of a show. Seth wins, qualifies for Money in the Bank. That's it. That's it. Okay. Again, the show wasn't as bad as last week, but it was still bad. It was still boring. None of it made you think, oh, I need to watch next week. None of it made you think, I need to watch Money in the Bank. It was another generic show. Liv Morgan returned. Seth Rollins' faction looked good. Other than the end of the show, they all got beat up by Jey USO. So that kind of ruined the first segment. Supposed to be building this dominant faction, they're all just getting beat up by Jey USO. That's about it. Boring show again. Not as bad as last week. Pat McAfee needs to shut up. That's it. I'm watching Dynamite tomorrow. I'm sick of WWE. I'm sick of it. I hate watching these shows, these reviews. I do just to let my frustration out, but I don't like thinking back to what happened. But yeah, overall, as WWE standards go these days, this wasn't an awful show. It was okay. But that just says how far our standards have dropped with this company. It was a bad show, but compared to lately, it was a couple of decent moments. But that just, again, that shows how far our standards have dropped. But yeah, there we go. That's the review.